Oh, hi everybody, sweet, sweet dear ones, sweet dearly beloveds, sweet dear ones. Thank you for being here. The dragon door is open. Somebody left the door open, and the dragon came in. Um, Interesting day today. Interesting week, I know for everybody, but interesting day today as we've kind of all the energies kind of building up today to this this release that's going to happen tomorrow for Monday. I hope to release these energies that we've been in. So maybe today's call, we'll talk a bit about um, the health and the nutrition and the fitness. We've got two experts with us today who have a lot of experience in supplements and with the plant medicines and also with fitness and health and working out. And perhaps we can shed some knowledge to you to help you releasing energies. So just a quick welcome to a few of you here now. Welcome Libby and Miss Hunamaraka. How's it going over there in California? And also Nanook standing by, Nanook Smith standing by. So welcome you guys. Also Tarohana from Vancouver Island. Awesome. As per usual, we have Huna Tamaake standing by with technicals and handling the back office there of the studio, so-called studio. And so welcome to Huna Flash TV. Let me just bring our two guests on here, see if we can get them in here, have them unmute their cameras. Seem to have lost Jay, but go ahead and there you go. This welcome Pete Long here. You were there, Pete, and you bounced out. Where'd you go? There you go. And Mr. J. Campbell, come on in there, brother.
There we go.
And yes, awesome. Good to see you both. Sweet dear ones, sweet dearly beloveds. These two wonderful gentlemen, these two experts, are locals here in PDC. Right. So our show right today is a little bit of focus going on to our local masters, if I can say, who have been in the business of maybe not business. Probably didn't start it out as a business, but began as hobbies and it just blossomed. Kind of how things happen. So what I'd like to do now is if I could just introduce one at a time and they could speak a little bit, introduce themselves to this audience. Guys, this audience is questions and answers. It's live and interactive. And we have people from all over the world here visiting. And so they may know you, they may not know you. They may know you a bit about you, Jay, because you've got a huge reach. And I know that Peter is blowing up out there too. So why don't you go ahead, maybe start with Jay and introduce yourself for a moment. Just share a little bit about what you're getting into.
No problem. Well, thank you first off for inviting me on the show here today. And it's nice to meet you, Peter, and Huna. Love you, man.
Love you, brother.
It's always good to see you. I was actually at Huna's birthday celebration about 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then I got sick, and so they couldn't get with me for my birthday celebration, but we'll get that together pretty soon. But
happy belated birthday anyway, brother.
Yeah, thank you, man.
We'll get together anyway.
For sure. Yeah, so I'm kind of like known. People ask me, like, when they ask me nowadays, like, what do you do? I'm like, I'm an online gypsy. Actually, you have the best one. You said I'm a pirate. Yeah. I'm an online pirate. I have like all different ways to make money between fake fiat and crypto. But no, so I mean, like, I've written a bunch of books. So I mean, if you looked at my LinkedIn profile, if that meant anything, it says I'm an author and a global influencer in like the realm of biohacking, health optimization, stuff like that, because that's the books that I've written. And I also now have as you said, I have a really big personal brand website that have a lot of visitors every month that come seeking information on peptides and hormones and
Let's get
supplements and
your
fitness
let's
and
get your
fat loss.
website up. We got to get
Yeah,
your website up there. Yeah, in a moment. Go ahead. Sorry.
no problem. Yeah, so I mean, that's kind of my claim to internet fame, so to speak. As you said correctly, I moved down here to Playa del Carmen and expatriated myself from California
Yeah.
as of November of last year. My wife and I lived in Southern California for a long time. Our children, we have 5 kids between us. I have 2 biologicals. Monica, as you know, Monica Huna has 3, and we raised them. And as soon as the 2 youngest, who are my biologicals, went to school in Florida to leave, the demonic state of California and all of its
Yeah.
draconian measures, we decided that we were going to leave California ourselves, and we moved down to Playa. So we've been down here now for about 5 months. This is actually month 5. And we love it here. The weather is amazing. I remember you telling me 3 years ago when you and I met up for the first time here in Playa,
Right.
about the magnetosphere being so weak here, and that people of high vibration just feel energized and alive and all that. So I mean, you're 100% right. And every time we come down here, we would be telling ourselves like we should just move here. But it was always more like but the kids. So now we don't have the kid situation because they're all kind of on their own now. So we moved down here 5 months ago, and honestly, like again, I said, it's been amazing. Having my business obviously is like yours; it's run digitally, so I can be anywhere in the world.
Right.
Monica owns a residential real estate company that she's kind of ceded to her people, and she has a sales director and stuff who's kind of running it. So it's been a little bit more of an adjustment from her that she's not working as much day to day, but we love living in Playa. I wouldn't at this point. I don't know anywhere else I would rather be. As you know, the weather is it's this time of year. The weather is absolutely superlative, man.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Just quickly, I know, it's been already over a year since a Burning Mask. You were here in Burning Mask with us on Cozumel. Thank you so much. That was so enlightening with all the information you were sharing. And ladies and gentlemen, sweet, dearly beloved. I don't know if you know also Michael Jaco. Jay and Michael Jaco were partners for a number of years.
Yep.
And of course, expansion has allowed them to go along and do their own things so much more now. So we're grateful to have his mastery here. We'll touch on a little bit more after we get these introductions done.
Sure.
And, so Peter Long from Czech Republic, Sweden, Denmark, Holland, the shaman of Europe.
Yeah, Holland. No, I don't name it like that, but I help a lot of people, I give them only the tools and they heal themselves. This is how it is. So yeah, working with peptides also, and but with photobiomodulation.
Nice.
So this is with frequencies to activate things. What we officially don't do anymore, like creating new young stem cells with copper peptide. And also, I help people with flu symptoms. I started to do this in 2000 when this beautiful flu came by. And I use some methods. So they removed my complete YouTube with 12,000 followers. But yeah, the right people who want help, they come some other ways. So yeah, I started this path like in 1979 when my mother died on a brain seizure. I saw her die when she was 54. And 15 years later, I started to work for this pharmaceutical company in Holland to see what's behind all the bullshit. And after that, I started to help people in 2012. And one of these persons was the son of the founder of the same company that had colon cancer. So I started slowly with this kind of things, and I enjoy to give people the tools and the ideas how to heal themselves. And yeah, we can do this with light and frequencies also, and with nutrition. So there are so many ways to roam, And I love to do this. I love to work with people. I work with doctors that cannot do anything. They send the people to me, or I send them to someone else who is even better. We have to work together. This is the thing.
Yes,
and bring
yes,
more
of course.
light in this world.
Of course, I think that all of the sweet, sweet dearly beloveds in the world who are asking and speaking their prayers and sending their wishes and their words out there, there are those they are being answered not only by God, let me say, but also being attended to and answered by men like you, men and women like yourselves, bringing in what's been asked for. That's how I kind of see things. This is kind of it's a expanded consciousness that what is being asked for is being answered by, you're applying it. You're applying it when you apply it to your clients and your people you're working with. It's not only going to them; it's going to the whole planet, right? So that's running on the light. That's running along the light. And I know, Peter, we actually, sweet dearly beloveds, Peter and I live in the same complex. Okay, so we actually are neighbors, Peter and I. He lives just across the way over there. For the last couple of years, we see each other quite often. I was laughing, Peter, the other day when my love was here before she went to Germany. We were bumping into you every day. Every day we walk down the street, and I love that. I can bump into somebody I know. I do enjoy that. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy that when I'm out there. And it's like, I kept thinking, you know what? And I said to Huna Tamaki, I said, look, I think we have to get Peter on the show. I mean, we keep bumping into him. Something's going on. And of course, we all gather at the same restaurant down there at Sabrina's. It's right next door for us. So that's our neighborhood and our stomping ground. So it's been a quick
our
2 years.
Addiction connects us.
Huh?
Our addiction connects us.
Addiction. Yeah, they're our pizza dealers over there. They're our dealers. They're dealing us pizza over there. So hence me and asking you to come on to the show, because I thought, you know what, something's prompting me. So let's just get. And then what also popped up was coming from out of the Netherlands just last night and the night before, with all the farmers blocking the highways in Belgium. I don't know if you've looked at the recent, but the highways are jam packed. It's frozen the whole city, the whole area, maybe the whole state or country, whatever it is. And so Netherlands, Belgium. Oh, what's going on, Peter? what's Peter asking for? What are you asking for, Peter? What are you doing? And these are the farmers, right? These are the guys bringing the food and the nutrition, and all that's getting shut down.
Yeah.
Let's talk more about some of these things in just a moment. Where I would like to go to a quick ad, sweet dearly beloveds, because we have our local masters here with us. They also have their own businesses that we would like to help support and just get some word out there. So we'll take a quick, let me say, I don't want to say commercial, really. What should I call them? I don't really want to call them ads either, because they're not really. I mean, let me just do this quick sharing. We'll come back, and I need the audience to think of questions, come up with the questions, and we'll chat some more as we move along towards that. Okay, let me just get this out to you.
If you are looking to live at the tip of the spear when it comes to health optimization, join my private membership group, fullyoptimizedhealth.com, and get the latest and greatest on hormone optimization, peptides, fitness, fat loss, and most importantly, raising your vibration. Again, go over to fullyoptimizedhealth.com and sign up today.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Nice.
That's very nice. Very nice. Let me get this one out to you.
LifeWave X39, the world's first product ever to activate stem cells. A true breakthrough in regenerative science that helps restore our bodies to a healthier, more youthful state in a way no other product can. The secret? By harnessing the power of LifeWave's patented phototherapy, X39 uses light to elevate a peptide proven to signal the activation of stem cells. Backed by clinical studies, multiple patents, and 20 years of development, any one of these benefits would be impressive. But X39 is so effective, it can influence everything about your body: how you look, feel, perform, and heal.
Oh, these two gentlemen representing right here. We'll get your websites and your contact info if we can. Huna Tamake, just we can run it along the bottom there. Let's check out what the comments, if we got any questions. Remember, sweet dear ones, if you want to ask a question, right, and you want an answer to your question, I should say, you have to come onto the screen and ask the question. Okay, this is about the revealing, and these two wonderful gentlemen are revealing and offering an access to what they're doing. So if you would be so kind and bring along a question, and we'll give you the link to come on the screen. Let me just check in with you. Just check in with you, Jay, for we as we came out of Burning Mask, we had the gathering Burning Mask. We had so many wonderful masters and teachers there. Were you able to, and this might be kind of an out of their question, if you can remember, was there anything different that you had picked up at Burning Mask, or that you had been picking up that's kind of new, that you are adding into what you're doing now?
Yeah, I mean, a lot. I mean, well, first off, I got sealed at the end.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
My wife and I got sealed at the very end in Playa. So that was amazing. I mean, honestly, since then, my life has been like just dramatically on an upshoot. From my businesses that I'm involved in to the people that I meet to, I just liken everything to just, I'm living in a much more resonant reality now. It doesn't seem like I attract anybody into my field now that's not of a vibration that's like, again, resonant, I think, or at least on the way to resonance. I just haven't really been where I was like the couple of the years previous, where I was, building my company and just dealing with a lot of people in the quote unquote normal, vibrational field or vortex of like the USA. And then obviously getting out of the USA for me has been a great benefit, because I lived in California, and unfortunately a lot of people don't realize how low vibration that state is, the energy and frequency of the government, of the systems. I mean, everything there is just, you don't realize it when you're living in it. I mean, even, there's obviously a lot of high vibration people that live in California, but they don't realize like how much their bodies are being radiated by EMF, dissonant frequencies. It's just, you have to be out of it to appreciate, being out of it. And both my wife and I, when we go back there, I just went to San Francisco / San Jose to film a very big podcast with a very big company. And as soon as I landed in the airport in San Jose and I went into Silicon Valley, I felt the dissonant frequency. I mean, it was like darkness. It just instantly, like you feel it. And I don't think a lot of people realize, living in the States, like how dark things are. And obviously it's not like that everywhere. There's certain places that are much worse than others, but Northern California, I think, is the belly of the beast. You know what I mean? I mean, Silicon Valley is ground zero for the dissonant frequencies and energies. And so flying into that airport and being there, I was only there for one day. I had to shoot the podcast on Thursday, and I flew out late Thursday night, or technically early morning, and got back here yesterday, on Friday. But I'm just grateful, man. I mean, I really am, that I'm not living in the States anymore.
I'm grateful to the demons over there that pushed you this way.
Well, I mean, I just think that a lot of people in the States don't realize what they're up against.
Yeah.
And the energy there is just so bad. I mean, the whole thing that just happened in Northern Ohio, I mean, that was a collective manifestation. I mean, because I know you guys know about, there was a movie that came out like 3 weeks before about the exact same ecological disaster in Eastern Ohio. They just didn't give the actual town, which is Palestine, but the truth is, it's we're all collective waveforms of our thoughts. And so the vibration of that area is so low that they created it. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to say, oh, that's not true, Jay. The dark forces, did it. But yeah, well, of course, but it was allowed to happen because the people are vibrating that experience into their realm, because that's what they want to evolve and grow from. So it's just, I don't feel the same energies here. I feel much more uplifted. As you know, there's a lot of conscious entrepreneurs, a lot of people like us here. So that frequency is, pretty much collective in this area. I mean, I know there's still issues, and I know the cartel and blah, 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 but I mean, I just feel it is much more resonant in Playa and in this area, call it this neck of the woods, than I did in the United States. So I'm very much grateful to be here.
That's certainly a lot different than some of the things that you've since Burning Mask, and some of the things that have changed since Burning Mask. I think the mask is burning. In other words,
right?
We got Tanya over here. Let's bring Tanya in. She's got a question for yourselves or whoever. Hi, Tanya. Nice to meet you, and thank you for following along. And I've seen you.
Absolutely.
Your name popping up there, and some of the things we're doing. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. Any comment or question in particular for any one of these gentlemen? Or
I'm grateful. Very grateful. I'm interested in coming.
You're interested in, say again, you're interested in coming?
I'm interested in coming down.
Oh, to Playa?
Maybe getting some healing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's put across these guys' the web addresses on the
for sure.
Web address and contacts out again here.
Thank you.
You can contact any of them.
Yeah.
Spread the word. Well, I mean, the more the merrier. I mean, people used to ask me, what's it like in Mexico? I'm kind of scared of going there. I said, it's not as worse as Vegas if you want to get shot at.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Go to Northtown in Vegas.
I've had enough.
Yeah.
Trauma.
Whereabouts are you, Tanya?
I'm in Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
And that's a pretty clean town. Usually the vibration is not.
Yeah, it's been flooded. It flooded pretty good in 2013 here.
Yeah, it did.
So,
Mm-hmm. I have family members that the chief of the Sasi Nation, Sutana, the Sasi Reservation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sutana and Lee Crowchild. Lee
Crowchild. I've heard. Yeah.
Lee and I go back years. He was married to my cousin. Okay. So all his children are half Maori and half Crow, half South. My niece there is the chief of police, I think, now.
Oh wow!
On the reservation.
No coincidences. No coincidences.
No.
And I know that you have is Janine Taro.
I think I seen you talk about the Lakota with Janine, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been following for quite some time, but I was with
Do you have a
narcissist
specific question for either one of these guys? Perhaps. Well, we've got you.
I keep picking up a past life connection with
Oh, here we go.
Maybe Sitting Bull.
With who? With one of these gentlemen?
Yeah, well, and with Peter, I don't know what our past is, but I feel something there.
That's very interesting. Right out the gate there, Brother Peter, you're the aspect of Sitting Bull. Sitting Bull, did you say?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead, Peter. Do you have any connections with Sitting Bull? Pete, can you hear me?
Not that I know of, but yeah, we are all connected. This is the thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I meet here also. I meet a lot of people here. We are also organizing like plant medicine things, like ancestral plant medicine. To heal people with all kind of things.
Okay. Do you
super depressed and this
the pulling of the nails and the rods? Do you do that with Huna?
Oh, no, he hasn't done that. That's a very specific, that's proprietary. That one.
Okay. Okay.
That's proprietary. No, then nobody's got a handle on that one but yours truly. Um,
Well,
that's one that I don't have. I don't usually do anything local.
right.
Only maybe one or two items I would do locally, but that one is being specifically done on the Michael Mary lines, and
Okay.
and I traveled to do that one, and so yeah, Pete, she was just asking about an event that I have happening at the end of the month.
Yeah.
So I didn't
Yeah.
mean to cut you off
Interested.
there.
Very interested. So, what's your zodiac? What's a little bit of your history? You two.
Me? Oh yeah. So Pete, what's your
I'm
birth sign, brother? What's your birth sign? We're gonna pull your Lemurian birth sign out, okay?
I am I'm I think a turtle that you explained me, and I'm from 6 March '66.
Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, so we're right in turtle now.
Yeah.
Okay, the
Yeah.
Honumotu is the Lemurian. Jay,
Yeah.
what was your Lemurian birth month, or what is your birth month?
February 24th,
Oh, you're a
1971.
hummingbird too, like me.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. There it is.
Honumotu means the tiny voice from heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Honumotu. So that's the
Yeah.
hummingbird for of course for the Latin that's the colibri, but and I
Right.
think for Europe that's the polemo.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
What's yours, Tanya?
February 10th.
Are you a hummingbird too? Damn, the bird tribe's up in here, Peter.
Yeah.
Bird
Yeah.
tribe, bird tribe, bird tribe.
Yeah. 74.
Very
74.
cool.
It's fantastic.
1:23 a.m.
Yeah, and Tamar, yeah,
Hmm.
she's a turtle too, so she's all happy.
Turtle.
Sweet, sweet dear ones, sweet dearly beloveds in our audience there. I guess we're roaming across the subjects because they're just flying in. Things are
Yeah.
just popping in. So
Yeah.
we're kind of answering, but we're just kind of chatting. And now we have Tanya has spoken of Sitting Bull. Now let me just share something.
Mm.
In Standing Rock, when was Standing Rock? Gee, it's so long ago now. In the Dakotas,
Right.
I went to Standing Rock, myself and another Huna during the protests. Right, Standing Rock was 213, 214, something like that.
Okay.
I went there. It was the middle of winter. I went there to specifically do ceremonies to support the land, the water, the sky, while they were protesting and all that going on. And the Huna that was working with me at the time, she had a staff, a red stick that came from a tree that said it said it was the staff of Sitting Bull.
Okay.
His red staff or red feathered staff that belonged to Sitting Bull, or it had the spirit or the aspect of Sitting Bull in it, and it was from Lakota. Now she is from France,
Okay.
and so this was quite a dichotomy. What do you call it? Dynamic duo here. One from France, me from New Zealand. We're going over to uh, the Native American community, their reservation, Standing Rock, and we're doing ceremonies.
Okay.
And then Sitting Bull is coming in. Maybe that's
Um,
where.
I found myself a few times, a number of times. I lived there once as a teenager, and I've been pulled there a couple times. The Sleeping Giant in Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Oh yeah, I know Thunder Bay.
That was my view out my bedroom balcony
Okay.
when I was a child. Now I just did a drive across Canada and back. Amazing, just guided, and seemed to be getting pulled back to the same cities. One being Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario.
Yeah.
Lived there 20 years later, ended up with a guy for not a good thing, for about 11 and a half years. Continually went back for visits, and then just recently again, drawn back there with 3 other connections. So there's something about Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, and the Sleeping Giant. And I was born. I don't know if you guys could see it, when I was born, my mother thought the doctors did something to me, to my back. I ended up with kind of like connect the dots, an arrow. It's on my right shoulder,
Oh, really?
and they were very very deep, but they were like healed, almost like if you could picture a hole in a healed ear piercing.
Mm-hmm.
So there, it wasn't raw or anything. It was healed, but they were quite deep and in a perfect arrow. So yeah.
Well, when you decide to come down,
Mm-hmm.
whichever day you decide to come down, you connect to one of these gentlemen or myself or the Hunas,
Absolutely.
and that would be interesting to take a look at, see what
Yeah.
he's
I also
going to.
have a bald spot on my head that it's raised. I feel like I was scalped.
Oh, I see. Anybody do any bold spots? Do you do any bold spots, Jay?
Can we can we regrow hair? We absolutely can, depending on the cellular health of the scalp. Yes,
Yeah. It's
100%.
it's a raised. It's not just flat. Like yeah.
It's on a bump. What you? It's a bumpy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Bump.
yeah, on the side of my head.
I don't mean to be laughing.
No, absolutely not. It's fine.
You have to understand. I'm going to tease the heck out of things sometimes.
That's fine. I'm good.
All good. All good. Well, what dates are you thinking of? Dates? Do you have
I've actually just got a bunch of places thrown at me, events, things coming up. So I actually just wrote down today. It's amazing that this is happening right now. I have a page just for you, for Huna, and I was actually going to inquire about
Yeah, sure.
the courses and dates and places you're going. So now that we're here, you can just tell me and I'll jot them down.
I want us all to go. I'm going
Absolutely.
to.
It'd be amazing.
In May, I'm going to be Japan and Mongolia. So we've got.
Did you just say Japan?
We go to Japan in May.
Oh my goodness.
Japan and Mongolia in May. So,
that does not surprise me. I just got something thrown at me today about homes, properties being given either for song or for free in Japan.
Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting. There's some interesting energy coming out through the Stargate over there. That's why I'm going.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Tanya. Thanks for the chat. Stay tuned.
Absolutely.
Connecting. Trying to get
Thank you so much.
Bye, Tanya.
You're welcome. And there, Tanya from Calgary. I spent I had some education from the Native communities. Working with the Native communities over the last many years, 30 years plus, and Calgary was a strong one back in the actually in the late 80s and 90s with the chief, with the chief who is the chief now, Lee Crowchild, but with his dad, Gordon Crowchild, when he was alive. And it was Gordon Crowchild, if anybody here knows about the Indian treaties and things like that, Gordon Crowchild was the head of Treaty 7. He brought Treaty 7. From Treaty 7, you got the American Indian Movement, which was headed by Dennis Banks and also Russell Means. And those guys were huge back in the day with healing medicines and bringing all of the medicines into the politics and working them all together to get things happening. So, I'm happy to hear the connection through what Tanya has been talking about. I see we have Andrea. Andrea, so you're February 3rd, dude. That's my birthday too, February 3rd. That is crazy, dude. Crazy. Mahakawatahi to you as well. We have any more questions out there? Let me run another. I'd like to run this run these ads again for the guys because they're pretty cool. So think of a question. Come on back in, and we'll have some more.
LifeWave X39, the world's first product ever to activate stem cells. A true breakthrough in regenerative science that helps restore our bodies to a healthier, more youthful state in a way no other product can. The secret? By harnessing the power of LifeWave's patented phototherapy, X39 uses light to elevate a peptide proven to signal the activation of stem cells. Backed by clinical studies, multiple patents, and 20 years of development, any one of these benefits would be impressive. But X39 is so effective, it can influence everything about your body, how you look, feel, perform, and heal.
Hey, Pete, could you just share more about that whole deal right there? The light waves.
I came in contact with this product because I poisoned myself with too much habanero, and that's possible here in Mexico 2 years ago. I was thinking I'm going to kick the parasites a little bit out of my body. You know, everyone has parasites. But I wanted to kick them out. I was like, okay, I take 100 milliliter of fresh habanero every day with garlic. Yeah, and after 3 weeks, I became so sick for 5 weeks. The first days, I was not. I had I had high fever without sweating. And later on, when I stopped eating and drinking, all these toxins go to my ligaments, to my joints, everywhere. I had pain, and I met this guy that was talking about these stem cell patches, and I thought, okay, give it a try. I call him, and he came to patch me, and I have swollen feet, you know, like huge. I could not even wear my shoes anymore. Wow. He patched me with this glutathione activation. This boosts your glutathione level with 300% in 24 hours. There is not such a product on the market today, even not injections. I help people with injections with the glutathione on the market. But this was like within 12 hours, my foot where I placed the patch was back to normal. And I was like, no way. Make a picture from my left foot that was still swollen and my right foot that was normal. And I switched the patch because they work like longer than 12 hours. And the patch looked like something super simple, you know? It contains like crystals, amino acids, and salts. And they are positioned on a certain way. And it uses the temperature of your body, the infrared temperature. And it sends a frequency to your brain to do something it does not at that moment. Mm-hmm. And since that time, I thought this, and I wanted, you know, I like to see products that work, especially for the people I help. I want to see fast results. I use chlorine dioxide, I use DMSO, I use this kind of stuff. I use protection products that does not block EMF radiation, but transmutes it into something that makes her stronger instead of weaker. I use this, all these kind of goodies I use for a few years already, and I'm like, okay, I can do a lot with this, you know. The patches are amazing. They have like the Eon is a pain patch. I helped I think a few months ago, someone with migraine, 14 days. I put this Eon on their head within 5 minutes result. This is unbelievable. And every time I'm like, wow, amazed. And I've now a woman from Australia. She couldn't walk she came here. We picked her up from airport. And she was laying on her bed. I said, you know, what you can do is with glutathione and X39 stem cell activation, she's in her 70s, we can maybe help you. And now, yesterday, when I had my birthday party,
Oh, your
My
birthday is
early birthday party. Thank you.
everyone's having a birthday. Dang.
Yes, and she told me, Peter, I feel so good. I'm so thankful. I said, I'm only the person that gives you the message and the tools because your body heals itself. I'm not a healer, but I'm an analyst and I analyze things and then I make the decision, okay, you can use this or this. And yeah, the results are there. I want to see results as fast as possible.
Amazing. So we have a question here. We have Huna Marawawa. Hello there, Ani. Ani, bonjour, bonjour.
Ani, Bojo, are you? Am I there,
You're there. You're there. And you're in Sault Ste. Marie, aren't you?
or am I here?
You're everywhere. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you.
Good to see you, brother. How's the fry bread?
Oh, the fried bread. Oh yeah, the fried bread in the house.
Need some fry bread in the house, brother.
Thank you for having me here. I
Good to
appreciate
see
that.
you.
Much wawa to you, Unas.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, brother.
Much wawas to you.
Yeah.
I appreciate the other fellas coming on. Thank you for the share of knowledge that you're exchanging here today. That's I really appreciate that. So I got a question.
Yes,
for you.
please.
I hear everybody talking about their birthdays. Everybody's having their birthday here. Mine's coming up soon, maybe next month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was just curious to know because it falls in between the two motus, eh? And so I don't know which one it would be.
You mean your date?
Yeah, my date. Yeah.
Okay, so you're what? You're like 29, 30, 31?
I'm 30. Yeah, 30.
You're in the 30. And what do you? So let me just put a bit of groundwork, bit of background here for the sweet, sweet dearly beloveds here. Just for the audience, Marawawa is talking about his birthday and his birth sign. In Lemurian calendar, we operate at 28 days, 12 around the one. So 13 months, 28 days, 12 around the one. Now, it's precisely 28 days, the same way as it's precisely the 28 days for the hummingbird. Now, what do you do when you're transitioning from the Gregorian calendar into a higher vibration system that is Lemuria? What do you do with 29, 30, and 31? What do we just throw those out the window? We'll put them in, we mop them up with a bucket and then we just toss them out? No. So what happens with the 29, 30, 31 days, they're returned into the energy into the 13th month. They build up the energy for the 13. So that light energy that was once spoken of through Gregoria, all the vibrations and the frequencies that's gathered for 29, 30, 31 has moved into the next, either moved into the 13th month or it has moved into the next Motu, which is the next following birth sign. So what is your month right now? What is it right now? March, is it?
It would be April.
So April 30. So the decision would be up to you. Do you like the following birth sign, which is the albatross, right? Which would be May, or do you like the idea of being into the omnipresence of the 13th month, which is Maita, first light in the first stone, which is omnipresent, and to say, okay, oh, well, I'm born on the 13th. I can move into the 13th month of omnipresence, or I can be with the albatross in the 12th month, okay, which is April, May. That's the 12th month of the Lemurian calendar. You like a bird with big wings, or do you like the understandings of the omnipresent? Because I'll just share, they're both the same, right? They're all omnipresent, but okay, we have a little fun and games as we are here doing our walk, shaking our our feather tail, and we're doing the things that our personality and characters kind of are about. Now, this sharing of these birth signs, these motifs is medicine, is healing in that. It takes you out of the control mechanisms, and it takes you out of the matrix. Everything is a matrix. However, there is a lower vibration matrix, and there's higher vibration matrices. It's all part of the grid, and it's all part of the network. It's all part of the fabric of space. It's all part of the energies between planets. So it doesn't really matter whether it's a matrix or not. The idea, the understanding is going from lower vibration birth signs and systems, right, to higher vibration birth signs and systems that have no time and space and are totally omnipresent. With you choose. I don't think that you'll stop eating fry bread, because I wouldn't. But to be here in the present, what is more likely for you, do you think?
Oh, right now, I don't know if I could answer that right now, but I would like to think about it, and then.
I want you to answer right now.
Sleep on it.
I want to know right now.
Usually comes in the dream time for sure.
Never mind beating around the bush, Una. Let's hear it right now. No, it does. It does take some practice, to let that come in. Sweet dear ones. What we're sharing here, it's a whole rewriting of your systems, switching things over, and it's in alignment with all the wonderful medicines that these gentlemen have been talking about, all the systems, the new, the ancient new. Really, I mean, it's ancient new. So I myself, we're fond of the albatross. I would support that. And also, of course, it is omnipresent being anyway, being of Maita.
Yeah, one and the same. I feel drawn to both of them without any kind of pullback from either. They just feel drawn to both. I feel drawn to both, especially this guy up here, or this one here.
Yeah.
But that's part of ours as well, and it matches so well, Huna Flash, with ours as well, as you already know, with our 28-day calendar as well.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I've always said, and I've had some of my education with your people, with the Anishinaabe and with the Lakota and with all Winnebago, the Mohawks. I have a strong education with them, and the Hopi, and so that's all part of Lemuria, part of the operating systems. What you're talking about. You choose high vibration. I invite everybody here to choose a higher vibration, and the challenge is to be with it every moment of your every moment that you have here. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I feel so strongly with your sharing there in your description about the months, about the days that fall in between the 29, 30, and 31. For me personally, like right now, I just still feel drawn to both of them. They're both presently strong in my vibration.
Here's one for you, and think of it like this: 29, 30, 31, traditionally Gregorian. Think about the seasons that you're in. You're in the northern hemisphere. What's going on in between April and May? You're in you're coming your spring. Your summertime, right? So you're coming into this energy of the heat summer, especially where you live. Right? So think about that. Okay, those energies on the 29, 30, 31, bring them to you. Bring them inside of you. That's the power from the season. As you're moving into the season, that energy comes to you and belongs to you, and you can have it. You just have to accept it, right? So the 29, 30, 31 is transmuted over to pure energy. You can either gift that energy to Maita, which is the 13th month, or gift it to yourself and represent it through the Toro, represented through the albatross, which is the Toro. So, yeah, I'm leaning towards, you gifting it to yourself for your birthday. Do you have a question for our brothers here?
Oh, well,
Do
for our
they have
brother,
a comment? Do they have a comment on this? Maybe they have a comment on
maybe
this.
they have a comment on it as well.
Maybe Peter or Jay has a comment on this. Yeah, it is strange stuff in it.
Well, the only question that I
No,
have
it's
that comes to mind right now is like maybe for maybe just for the moment, and be it for men on the aging men, right? I just turned 50, and I'll be turning 51 on my birthday coming up. I still have to choose which one. I think it's the albatross. It may come in.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so for men's health, like, for we're getting older. What would be some good overall advice for us as men and getting older that would benefit us the most from either of your gifts that you're sharing?
I mean, I'll go first. You should definitely know your blood testosterone level, because the environment is contaminated, especially if you live in a large, coastal population area or, urban location or city. From just everything, the air, the food, the water, everything is contaminated. So make sure that you get your testosterone measured. You can do this depending on where you are, usually without a doctor's prescription. I recommend avoiding doctors for as long as you possibly can. But if the blood test indicates that you do have a deficiency, you first want to start cleaning up your lifestyle. You want to live insulin controlled, get enough protein, obviously start exercising, combination of weights, cardiovascular exercise, getting enough sleep. Hopefully you understand about getting sunlight, regular sunlight. There's a lot of different vitamins and minerals and stuff that you can take, but the environment is so contaminated now that if you do have a testosterone deficiency, you have to attempt to either through lifestyle intervention or through using therapeutic testosterone, get yourself to where you are normal functioning male. I mean, most men today have a testosterone deficiency and they don't even know it, because medicine doesn't teach people this. They're not teaching doctors how to measure labs or how to measure blood testosterone levels. So I see that. I'd say probably right now, 75% of the world has a blood testosterone deficiency, and it's undiagnosed because they have no idea. Their physicians have no idea. And again, because the environment is so contaminated in most major cities, it's very difficult as an aging man, especially at 50 and up, to maintain, normal. And I don't like normal. I like to call it optimal, but to maintain optimal blood testosterone levels. So that's the first thing, is just to understand what you're working with. And again, depending on where you are, Europe is a lot tougher than the States or Canada or even Mexico, but it's pretty easy to get a blood testosterone test. They're like $40 or $50. And they're pretty easy to understand. You either have a deficiency or you don't. But that's usually what I tell people. But always first to try to change your lifestyle and modulate. Again, improve your sleep, start exercising, start regulating your carbohydrate intake, which is what I call living insulin controlled. And then from there, assess and make changes as you go.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Anything to share there, Pete?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that Jay mentioned all the right stuff. And of course, I don't, for many, many years, I don't use, I use vitamin K2. That's the only thing I use. And all the other stuff, I stopped using all kind of supplements. It's very important that you have like organic food, like fruits, veggies, this kind, and then organic, not GMO, not manipulated stuff. So I have a contact that's in Bacalar, where you can have from these German, they are like Amish. They grow everything normal, like meat and this kind of things, the normal way. without mass production. So grass-fed beef and this kind of things, cheese without, all kind of additives, you know. So you have pure products.
Pure
So
fried
as
bread.
pure as possible. I stop. Yes, and high frequency. What I did also in Czech, when I lived in Czech Republic for 6 years, before I went to this area, was like only drinking distilled water to get the inorganic out of my body. So all the crap that was, what's in drinking water, it's most of the time inorganic. And I was drinking spring water, but, also with too much iron in it in the area where I lived. And that is heme iron, and it's not something you want to have in your body. So, yeah, I worked with Shilajit, the destroyer of weakness. This is from Russia and the Himalayan. This is a plant resin that is 10,000s of years old. I help people with diabetes to get rid of diabetes in 6 weeks on this only. And of course, super clean food. And
Yep.
this is it. Of course, I feel into the person, and I said, show me your refrigerator. Let me see what you're buying. This is, and what you buy in a supermarket. And most people, this is what also Jay said, the carbs. Carbs is also where are they grown and how are they grown, Because leaky gut, a lot of people have this. This is unbelievable, especially in the States, also in Europe. But this is a real problem, and we can heal everything. What it can do if you put the right fuel in our body, it can do amazing things.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Peter, and thank you, Jay, for your responses.
You're welcome, my brother.
Madawawa, thank you, brother. We've got another question over here. Una Mahari Waka Waka. Mahari Waka. Wawa, Una.
Wawa.
Wawa. She's you coming to us from where in the States are you now?
I am in Ogden, Utah, up in South Ogden.
In Ogden. Yeah. Is it still cold there?
Welcome.
We have sunshine. Hi. We have sunshine today.
Nice.
So that's a blessing. Yeah. It's beautiful up here. The altitude changes are a little bit not as bad, but with the breathing up here, it's been a little change.
Okay, yeah.
So,
yeah. So what was your question?
So I've made a decision to become a lot healthier as well. Joined like the Ogden Athletic Club up here with the family I'm staying with, and I just really want to start taking care of my body. I've had a bit of fluctuations that have been happening lately with the food, because you can feel like the changes, but I feel like some of the weight needs to come off, and being that I'm starting all over, I'm recovering from like a spinal injury like a few years ago. I had a laminectomy in the lumbar spine, and it kind of blew out my lower back and my legs. So I was just wondering physically, and I don't know, supplements really haven't been my thing. I want to try them. I'm just not really sure where to start, to be honest. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to just say something and just ask.
You got two masters right here.
Right?
Sure.
Naomi, did you ever went to a chiropractor?
I did, and
did you ever went to a chiropractor?
I did, and it did not go very well. I was, they did these adjustments, and one of the adjustments, I couldn't walk for like almost 2 months after that.
Wow.
They weren't really aware of like what Kundalini energy was at the time and how energy stores in that spine. And I don't really
Yeah.
own this anymore, but it was called ankylosing spondylitis in the body, and I guess females usually don't get that. And ever since then, it's been really difficult and challenging to find that flow with health.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's really important for some of the weight to come off, to be prepared physically and energetically. I really do want to take care of myself better, and it's just it's getting more and more difficult, to be honest. And eating, the last 2.5 weeks, I'm having issues and with even eating anything. So it's interesting.
So
Yeah.
how much can you exercise? Are you able to exercise at all?
Yeah, I could put forth a lot more effort in that. Like yesterday, I took their dogs for a walk, and Amaya and I went up and hiked a little bit up a little part of a mountain through the deep snow. And we've been going to the gym a bit, and I've just kind of been doing whatever I feel like my body tells me to do. I talked to a trainer there, had a nice, beautiful free session with the trainer. And he kind of agreed and showed me that start on like the rowing machine before putting weight on the body first with the knees in the back, then doing something like the treadmill, and then just kind of going from there. So it's just, I really haven't developed a routine with that. It's always so different.
So I can, speak all day about this kind of stuff, but the most important thing right now is, do you have pain like when you walk? I mean, like, is there anything preventing you from walking up a hill 20 minutes every morning when you wake up?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so I want you to listen to me very closely. Okay. You are your own enemy with the words that you are speaking. Okay. There's a lot of negativity in your comments, and there's a lot of I'm defeated. So the first thing that you're going to start doing from now on is when you wake up in the morning, regardless of what time it is you are going to do affirmations in the mirror, and you are going to say, I am healthy, whole, and complete, and I am enough. And that's what you're going to say every single morning before you do anything. And you're going to look in the mirror and speak from your higher self. Okay. And then after that, you are going to walk 20 minutes on an incline, whether it's, in a treadmill, in a gym, or just outside. I prefer nature because you're going to be among the divinity of nature, but you honestly,
I am at the top of a hill. I'm at the top of the mountain.
So I mean, you have it perfect. So in the morning, you're going to tell yourself from your higher self that you are healthy, whole, and complete and enough. And then you're going to start doing that by exercising for 20 minutes. And then after a week, and look, I don't want you to get down on yourself if you miss, right? Like if you do it one day and then the next day you're like, oh, I don't want to do this, then you can't become defeated. You just get back on the horse the next day. But all you have to do at this point right now is literally say from your higher self that you will do this. And once you start speaking from that higher self, you will feel worthy to do it. See, the problem that most people have that don't consistently do things is that you personally, and all of us have been there. Every single one of us, it's a path. We're all walking the same path. But every one of us, when we don't consistently follow through, it's because we don't feel worthy. I speak to men every day of my life who are very successful men, and I say to them, who have issues or whatever it is, and I say to them, Jim, Chris, Mike, Frank, Steve, do you love and trust yourself? And they say to me, what do you mean, bro? Of course I love my wife. I love my kids. I love my job. And I say, no, do you love and trust yourself? And then they push back again and they're like, bro, I don't know what you mean. And I'm like, you don't know what I mean because you don't love and trust yourself. The issues that you have are you continually seeking external validation. So for you right now, it's literally, I am worthy. I speak into the mirror every single morning. I am healthy, whole, and complete, and I am enough. And when you start saying that enough from the higher self, because that's who you're speaking to, okay, it's you as the higher self, as a Huna, to that mirror, then you will start following through because the higher self is the ultimate guardian and guide. So we all, like I said, we all go through these aspects of our life where we're not really there, where we're kind of just like doing shadow work, but we're not really committed. And that's why we don't do it. So that's why I asked you, do you have physical limitations to not be able to exercise? Because if you do, that's a different story. I'm not telling you this. But since you don't have pain and it seems like, you know, you have recovered. So now it's just about feeling worthy of getting healthy, right? Because in your mind, you want to get healthy. That's what you told us. So,
Yes.
so wanting to and doing it are hugely divergent. So it's now I'm doing it. And that's why you do the affirmations in the morning. And trust me, I do this every day. I do affirmations.
I like that.
I mean, I literally say, you know, sometimes it's actually on my bike here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I have an affirmation. I have a mirror, a wall mirror in my shower, and I'm doing affirmations. And I'm listening to a specific chakra, you know, frequency, and I'm doing affirmations and I'm speaking to myself because again, we're all human. We're all in these meat suits, you know, and you have the cycles of life, the ebbs and the flows, right? You're going to have great days. You're going to have down days. But if you consistently speak affirmations every day, you will overcome and you will consistently show up and you will start doing that little stuff. And then, you know, it becomes the compound effect. 20 minutes becomes 30 minutes. And then 30 minutes becomes you going to the gym and starting to do other forms of exercise with a partner. And then you really see the benefit. But it's the smart, you know, early, I'm worthy, I'm healthy, whole, and complete, and I'm going to do this. It's not I'm wanting to, I'm trying to, because then you're just defeated. Because then you don't feel worthy of doing it. So now it's like, I'm doing this. So it's again, it goes from wanting to doing.
You know, I needed to hear that. I really appreciate that. That completely resonates, you know, and when I do get like the pressure and stuff in the lower back and in the knees, it's a lot to do with the weight, but I really appreciate what you just said. That really strikes. And I feel like that's what I need to open myself up more to that health. So
Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, it comes from my heart.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it comes from my
thank
heart
you.
to your heart. So
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm.
Huna, you're muted.
I love it.
Sometimes we will refer to that exactly, brother. That's perfect. Sometimes we will refer to that as the login. It's part of your login practice. It's part of you know, your intentions and speak the intention. It's powerful stuff. Thank you, Huna. Mahari Waka Waka. We got Randy, and then we also have Andrea. So we've got a little lineup over here, which is cool. Let's bring Randy on. How you doing, Randy?
Aloha, my brother.
Aloha.
And as you always say to you, all the sweet, sweet dear ones out there too.
The sweet, sweet dear ones, yes.
Okay, so anyway, remember we were talking about nutrition last week, Huna?
Yeah, now you got the experts here.
Yeah, I know, and you were very blessed in Mexico because Mexico has the highest standards of organics out there.
Yeah, it does.
They grow the most organic produce. See, up here in the States, our food supply is so polluted.
It's horrible, man.
Oh,
horrible.
I mean, what they're doing, dude, it's just,
you can't, Randy, I'm sorry. It's funny you say that because I tell people this all the time. You really can't even get wild caught fish or grass fed beef because it's all contaminated.
Oh yeah, I mean,
everything's contaminated. The water table's contaminated. The yards where they feed are contaminated.
Yeah, and you were talking about the leaky gut syndrome. That's all from GMO food.
Yeah, it's exactly right.
The Roundup's eating holes in your intestinal wall.
It is.
You know,
You're
so
right.
it's just so just you're very blessed, and that's why I always try to pray over my food and try to bless it to increase the vibration of it.
Yes.
And but I believe that to Peter, you were mentioned. Are you the ones with the what are those patches again? The X39s?
Yeah.
Photobiomodulation, X39 is stem cell activation through activation of your.
Yeah, I actually have some of those. And you mentioned, do they
Yes.
make one with glutathione?
Yes, you can stack them. You can use like different types together.
Oh, okay. Because I know the X39, they say you got to put it back here at the base of your spine. I guess whatever it is, I forget.
C7.
Yeah,
C7. You can put it. Yeah, you can put it 2 fingers under your belly button. You can put it also just here in front of your neck. There are many ways, and we have a lot of patching protocols. So that's not only one way. What's in the subscription? There are many ways how to patch it.
Okay, so can you, from what I gather,
even for animals.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
From what I gather is
even for animals. Sorry. Yeah, for animals we have also patching protocols. Like we had a dog that was completely paralyzed, and within 2 weeks it started to walk again on the X39.
Do you have to shave this hair off to get to the bare skin?
No. The patches work within 2.5 inches of the body. So if it's within this reach, it works.
Okay, because I have a cat that's throwing up a lot lately, and she's really, really thin, lost a lot of weight, and has a little bit of diarrhea going on. So I'm not sure if this would help her. I just started giving her some powdered goat's milk to help with that. And so what do you think about that?
How old is your cat?
She's old. She's like 14 to 15 years old.
Are you giving her carbon 60?
I think.
You know what? I don't have carbon 60, but I did get to some of the MMS. I have some MMS. I just haven't mixed it yet.
Bro, you need to give her carbon 60. Listen, carbon 60 will regenerate the cellular health of an animal better than anything else on planet Earth. People don't understand what carbon 60 does. It actually increases the biophotonic light quotient of the cells. So at base essence, we are all light. So the more light you can get into either us or an animal. I mean, even the people that sell carbon 60 don't really understand what it's doing at a molecular level. I have a dog in my house right now who's 17 years old. He should have been dead 4 years ago, and he runs around and beats up my pit bull. He's a Yorkie Terrier mix, and it's all because of carbon 60. I mean, we started giving him carbon 60, and his life changed. I mean, he was like molecularly altered. My business partner is actually coming out with a company pretty soon for specific carbon 60 based products for pets. But I don't know anything that will regenerate the cellular life of a pet. Now, granted, I don't know if your pet has like cancer or anything like that specifically, but if it doesn't and just old and it's just, just getting decrepit, carbon 60 is your best bet. You want to get the kind that has a dropper and you put it in their food, or if you give them a treat and then you squirt it in their mouth. That's what we do for our dogs, because some of them they don't really like the taste of it. But there's a lot of different manufacturers that brand it now. You can get, you can actually get like avocado oil, or I like MCT oil the best because it's the most neutral. They don't really taste the flavor. We actually, the manufacturer that I get it from is Purple Power, which is shopc60.com in the States. I know the owner really, really well. He actually has a cinnamon blend, and the cinnamon blend the dogs like. He just doesn't have it very much. But my business partner, his company is going to have formulations that dogs will enjoy eating. but it's a really strong. If you're going to turn your dog's health around, I would get them on that like right away. I've seen it. I've seen it work with hundreds of people with dogs and cats who had illness or sickness or were just old.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm familiar
Jay,
with
do you
carbon
have a link for that?
What's that?
What did you say, Peter? I'm sorry.
Do you have a link for that, Jay?
I'll send it to you guys. Shop, yeah, so I do. It's just shop, SHOP C60. And then if you want to get 15% off, sometimes I do 20%. You can use my code. It's JAYC. I don't really affiliate for them, but I do have a code with them, but that will give you a discount. But when you go on their site, they have a whole section for dogs, but they don't really have specific dog design products. They just have stuff for dogs and cats, and it's good. I mean, we've been using it for our dogs and cats for 4 years, so I highly recommend them.
Is it good for us for human consumption
Carbon
too, Jay?
60 is the most underrated supplement on the planet. Every human being should be taking it without question. It's a profound, again, it enhances the light quotient of our cells. As Huna says, right? We are all light. From light we come and light we go back to. So, I mean, the more you can get your cells to enhance the light quotient, the longer you're going to live in theory.
Carbon C60. All right, Randy, thanks for the questions and wonderful answers. I hope, of course, it was really helpful. We have another question coming in here with Andrea Yonan Bell. Hi, Andrea. How can we help today? You're a bit quiet. You're a little bit quiet.
I think your volume's off.
Okay, hold on. Is that better?
There you go. Just turn it up a little.
You're moving around so much. Maybe if you could keep it still and.
Where's my camera?
Okay, how's that?
I'm so excited right now. Una, I just tuned into you like no other. And
We can't hear you very well.
Your volume is too low.
Your mic volume, or there's a lot of noise.
Is that better?
That's better. Okay.
Much better.
Hit it.
No, she went out.
Oh no, it's gone again.
Now it's gone again.
Let me see.
There we hear you.
Hey, give vaguely.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to cry right now. Okay.
Yeah, right there. Hold it right there and keep going.
Okay. Una, I tune in with you like no other. And honey, see, I'm ancient Assyrian. I speak the Aramaic language.
Beautiful.
They've been after my DNA my whole life. Deep state, I've just had one hit after another. And I believe I have chips in both my arms. Is it from the good or the bad?
You know, sometimes the bad doesn't know it's working for the good.
Okay.
No, that's true. To tune into you right now, checking into you right now, there is a lineage there that's very ancient lineage with you. Can check into that right now. Where are you located right now?
I'm in Sacramento, California.
You're in Sacktown. You need to get out of Sacktown.
Go to your class was so bad.
Yeah, there's some agendas there with what's his face, the governor.
I'm royalty. I know it. I've always known it. I walk with it. I am always happy. I'm always with the light, and it drives people nuts. But now people are really tuning into me, and it's kind of neat. I've always been the black sheep.
Okay, so you're being tracked, you're being followed. They want your DNA. So what do you need to do? You need to guard yourself, right? So there are some things to learn here. Now we have Here's some confirmations you need to make. Okay, you need to make these confirmations so that they're really hard, and they're hard facts and solid information for yourself. Right? You need to be exactly sure of your lineage, right? So you need to go for a visit. You need to go for a visit to either Jerusalem, Israel, at the close, or if you can get into Syria. And what am I saying? Yeah, that's going to cost you to go and do the thing. But what I'm sharing is that there's some things that are left that are what do you call it? Left unresolved there in that part of the world for you. You know, that's not an atonement. There's also there's also guardianship there for you. There's something for you to go and do there that's going to help you with this. Failing that, come here and visit us. Okay, that's another thing, because then there's things that can be done for that. What you're talking about that can be done here. Yeah, we already put light around you, so that's putting light around you is okay. But the atmosphere is so sludgy lately, and the place that you're in, the connections are very intermittent. That's why Jay has moved here. You know, that's why Jay has moved here, because there's a lot of interference in the atmosphere. So just telling you to put light around you, and all of us to put light around you, we need a little bit more solid DNA to work with. So either you're going to go to Syria, or Petra, Jordan, or Jerusalem, or you come here for a visit, because there are things here that I have here that will help you, that I have with me. Okay, 4 things like that. Now I will work on you in the remotely, in my sleep. Let's just say in the dream time, we can work on you, but that's still not enough. The way that things are and the place that you're in, and there's a huge battle. It's a sticky battle going on right now. Very sludgy. And it's not a huge dimension of it, but it's very thick, especially at that end, at Sacktown, Sacramento, California. The agendas. Newsom, what's his name? Gavin Newsom. You know, he's involved in some sludgy things, man.
Horrible.
You're right. That the government system right there in California, terrible. So that's all I could say to you. I mean, I'll work on you, and we'll work the light around you. We'll do this in the dream time as well. Help to disconnect some of those interruptions, and fuse out those chips. You burn the chip out, but you got to expand your voltage system to burn that chip out. Overload the chip, but you will need some help with that, because practicing the expansion of the rods of God is expanding your voltage system. But there's a practice for it. But that maybe that you still have to come over for that kind of a treatment, or that kind of lesson to learn how to do that. Maybe Jay and Peter, they will also have some other suggestions for you. Yeah.
I'm with you, brother.
Yeah, it's pretty much a.
Yeah, there are many ways to do it. I work in the chip industry. I worked in this industry, and there are ways to completely disarm chips.
Okay, got to overload the chip. So there's a practice to learn with the rods of God to expand your voltage system, really charge it up. But you have to be in a way your mental, your psyche has to be very strong with this. And you must have a very strong conviction on this, and commitment. On commitment, you need some strong commitment with this, and you don't. That's what I can only suggest, is that you come here. I flash your system, and then we send you over to Jay and Pete, and they're gonna wham bam you too, and then we send you home.
Renewed.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Just talk closer to your device.
I think I was with you in Hawaii when I was 20.
Well, it's possible. I had a lot of girlfriends when I was 13.
It was amazing.
All my girlfriends were older than me when I was hanging out over there. I was just teasing. 20? Yeah, it's possible. I don't, of course, there's familiarity with all of us,
Yeah.
We are so close now. We're all getting so close in our communities. And Lemuria is so strong.
Yeah.
Hawaii, Polynesia is coming up very strong right now. And everybody's returning to the goodness. And so that's this, of course, we are all connected into the memory. But I think that is one step that you have to make that commitment, Andrea. If you are being chased around and they all want your DNA, I don't know what you're still sitting there. Why you're still sitting there?
Oh, I feel like I'm in
Go
jail.
away.
You need to get out of there and come over. Come on over.
Yeah. Come
Better do
over.
it before I leave.
It's
at
about
the end.
you decide.
Where do I have to go? Were you guys?
Yeah, we're all in Playa del Carmen. We live between Cancun and Tulum on the east coast in the Yucatan Peninsula. We live in the Riviera Maya.
How far is that away from me?
About just 2-3 hour flight from you. About 3 or 4 hour flight.
Oh, I'm there.
So you take a look at the schedule. Send an email to my office at hoh.earth, and then make a plan.
Okay.
I'm leaving the end of the month to the UK. I will be at St. Michael's Mount in the UK in Cornwall. So that's the end of the month. If you happen to jump out before that, great. But otherwise, when I get back in April.
Oh, that's such a blessing. Oh, bless your heart.
And then you will also, you want to book a session with Jay and Peter as well. There's some things that they can help you with. It's going to take, if you've been chased around and they're after your DNA and they're sticking chips in you and all kinds of stuff, you're going to need a full makeover, I'm afraid.
I know I have powers and they've kept me from my powers. I'm so creative. It's ridiculous.
Now these guys here can reactivate and enhance your powers, or at least get them back to your basic framework and the basic foundations,
Right. And speaking Aramaic, it's just so cool.
Well, of course it is. Aramaic is a Lemurian language.
Yeah.
Aramaic has the roots of the Bantu language. So the Dead Sea Scrolls have roots within the Bantu language.
Yeah.
The Bible was written out of part of the Bantu language of the Kemet. And the Bantu people.
You want me to do the Lord's Prayer?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, do the Lord's Prayer.
Okay.
Knock it out of the park.
Okay. Avid Babin Bishmeya, Pashkadishin Sherman, Echimachorta, Arazaya, Daki Bishmeya, Uppara, Helnakmasangani, Ujiyuma, Shuklin Hoben, Daki Upaklan, Shuklin Dendan, Lama Lutin Jalabet, Alapaska Bisik, Sebit Ilamachorta, Hela Shpukta, Abet Abadin, Amen.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for the blessing.
Thank you.
Thank you for the sound. And so stay in touch, send an email. How are we looking over here? We're at we're after 6 o'clock already. Thank you, Andrea. We'll stay in touch, all right?
Bless you. Bless you all.
Bless you, Andrea.
Okay, so we're after 6 o'clock already, gentlemen. That's already what over an hour and a half here in a moment. So we're going to be winding down here in a sec. Sweet dear ones. Any other questions?
There is one from Diane if she wants to join us.
Okay, Diana, you got to come on in, Diana. Diana. Where are you? Yeah, guys, that's amazing that we that you are both here in this town. We're all here, kind of all here together. Which is diverse. The diversity is an important part, and I will certainly Diane, what? Diane, not camera? Yeah, you got to get on the camera, Diane. That's just not fair to everybody else. Okay, so either that or you don't come on and ask your question, because that's how we answer the question. All right, Diane. Let me. Otherwise, this is going. If you don't come on now with the question, this is going to be us, I think. Any last words, gentlemen?
Thank you for letting us on today. I thought it was awesome.
Thank you. Would love to hook up with Jay.
Yeah, Peter, for sure. What's your actually get off air? Huna will connect us. We'll give our number over there.
Yeah, because
I have enough people calling me that I don't want to call me. So yeah, I'll wait.
Monica will be all upset. All these women calling you. Yeah, thank you both. Amazing to you. Have you here, Jay Campbell, and just your website again, please.
That's
we have it on the
Campbell, jcampbell.com, JAYCAMPBELL.com. Head on over.
Yep. And Peter, your contact?
For me, it's livewave/solution is now.
And if you didn't get that, sweet dear ones, it's on the YouTube channel. We'll send a link over to you guys. If you want to share this link, please share it. I want to, help get you. Of course, not that you don't already need so much help. You guys got so much going on. Yeah, Matthias, Jay is in Playa as well. Yes, he's here now. So this is the place to come to. And I know someone are asking you, we're going to move to Playa. Yeah, move to Playa.
Yeah, it's the correct best place.
It was the best place on the planet with the pandemic.
So Peter, we'll get together pretty soon, man. I'm around this week and here till the middle of next week, and I'll be gone for a week. But let's definitely get together. Huna, give him my cell phone number.
For sure. Okay, brothers. And
I'm excited.
We got to try to remember your Huna, Jay. I can't. I mean, I don't know.
Monica has it. It's written down somewhere. I just don't remember. I think she knows it. She's not here.
Oh, good.
We'll find it.
Oh, good. Thank you.
All right, guys.
We'll see you guys out at.
Thank you so much.
See you around.
It was nice meeting you, man. I'll see you soon.
See you around the neighborhood.
That's right.
Huna, thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. We're going to get out of here. We'll get out of here with your guys's ads and stuff here. So when you just bounce out with your information, we'll talk to you guys again soon. Thank you so much.
Okay, guys. Good night. Love you guys. Take care.
Okay, brother.
If you are looking
Love
to
you.
live at the tip
Hello,
of the spear
Amanapono.
when it comes to health optimization, join my private membership group, fullyoptimizedhealth.com, and get the latest and greatest on hormone optimization, peptides, fitness, fat loss, and most importantly, raising your vibration. Again, go over to fullyoptimizedhealth.com and sign up today.
LifeWave X39, the world's first product ever to activate stem cells. A true breakthrough in regenerative science that helps restore our bodies to a healthier, more youthful state in a way no other product can. The secret? By harnessing the power of LifeWave's patented phototherapy, X39 uses light to elevate a peptide proven to signal the activation of stem cells. Backed by clinical studies, multiple patents, and 20 years of development, any one of these benefits would be impressive. But X39 is so effective, it can influence everything about your body: how you look, feel, perform, and heal.
Okay, sweet dear ones, sweet dearly beloveds, thank you so much again. What a wonderful day that we spent with you. And yes, please come on down to Playa del Carmen. Not to promote Mexico, but I got to tell you, the magnetic field is right in stream in line with you here. That's very important. Out of all of the healing and information that's being shared, aligning with the magnetic field across the equator is an important part. If you're in the northern hemisphere, the magnetic field's going to be pulling and pulling and pushing and moving in ways that are kind of counteract and counterintuitive to you, and not really that benefit to you. So it's more of a struggle going on. If you're in the south, the southern hemisphere, the same thing. The energies are swirling. Find yourself in an area where, however it is, you might find the love wherever you find the love. You'll find the love wherever you find the love. I'll just share with you right where we are here with the goddess island, Cozumel. This is where Lemuria 4 came down, and when Atlantis 1 began 65 million years ago, Lemuria 4 crashed here. So that's why I'm here. But that magnetic field is the slipstream. That's just a nice, comfortable slipstream that's coming through here. Come on over, experience. Come and visit the Jay and Peter and myself. Set up an appointment. Office at hoh.earth, and really look forward to meeting you all, meeting the family. Really, it's about us getting together, all right? And we can do the healing. We can do all kinds of stuff. We can have birthdays. We've got all kinds of birthdays this week. We got a couple of birthdays coming up this week for the Hunas, and we'll share that with you if you are following along. All right, so take care. So much wawa nui to you all, sweet, sweet, dearly beloveds. And we leave you with this action, okay? This is a very important action, this right here. Enjoy. Take care.